Does my hair look okay?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
The recording is rolling.
Oh, this is on?
No, that is.
Okay.
Those are behind the scenes. Yeah, last week I thought it'd be funny to prank Brandon and tell him that we do the Pledge of Allegiance at the beginning of every episode. I pledge allegiance.
That would be amazing.
It would be.
Amazing.
All right, let's start her up.
Okay.
3, 2.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
We're back.
Yeah.
Another episode of
Both
In
of
the
us.
Know, in the 920.
Yeah.
In the know in the 920.
Bam. That's always that just gets me in the right spirit for this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's very podcasty.
Mm-hmm. Yep. How's it going?
It's going good.
Good. We have about 350 million things happening right now in real estate in
Yeah.
our world, but that's a good thing. That's a very, very, very good thing. We'll take it.
Been a very busy week over here at Landro Realty.
Yes, absolutely.
And if you want to make us even busier, stop on down and let us sell your house.
Come on by. Give us a call.
We'll buy you a house.
Facebook message. Swing in the office. We're at 736 Ford Street, Kimberly. All right. So, what are we going to do today?
So today, Kelly Davies. Well, I figured last week we talked to Brandon Landro.
Yep.
Figure out, why we're called Landro Realty.
Yep.
All that fun stuff. I figured it'd be fun to talk about Kelly Davies and why this section of the real estate world is the Kelly Davies Homes Team.
I love it.
I feel like there's some sort of a correlation between the two, and today we're gonna dig in deep.
We're going to uncover that.
We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
Great.
Kelly Davies.
Yes, sir.
So let's bring it back to the beginning. Well, I guess probably not to your birth.
That's way back. That's in a different century.
Oh man, that's funny because it's true though.
It is.
Okay, so yeah, you were young once. What was that part of your life like?
It was a wonderful childhood growing up in Darboy, Wisconsin.
Good old Darboy.
For those that don't know, it's comprised of the village of Harrison and the town of Buchanan. It is not actually on a map, correct? But there's a water tower.
Yeah, it's technically not on a map. The water tower is there because of the Darboy Sanitary District, which is in that area. And they own a site for a second water tower that will be built at some point in the future. They've just owned it for like 10 years now. It just
Will they also
sits
put
there.
Darboy on it then?
They will also put Darboy on it.
Okay, good. Good.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I don't want to change, I don't want too much to change here.
Right.
Whew.
Changing my small little world. Not in my backyard.
No.
I always say.
Heck no. So yeah, I grew up in Darboy.
Grew up in Darboy. The not city, village, or town.
Correct.
Imaginary place of Darboy. And went to Kimberly High School.
Sure did. Shout out, class of 99.
Woo! Yeah, wow.
Our song was Party Like It's 1999.
Oh.
Made sense, right?
Yeah. So you even graduated last century.
Yeah, sure did. Shoot.
Yeah, been out of school for a whole century. Well, okay, that's not quite true.
Yeah.
Quarter century.
Yeah, thanks.
And so then let's walk through what happened after that. You became an adult. You gained consciousness. Life started at that point.
Absolutely.
What happened there?
Well, I went to, just like Brandon, I went to UW Fox Valley for a little while.
Okay.
Really had not a lot of clues as to what I wanted to do with my life. Kind of wanted to really be like a psychologist, psychiatrist, social worker, something in that helping profession.
Right.
Decided that I didn't necessarily want to go to school for that long.
Yeah.
And then I had an opportunity to move to Chicago when I was about 21.
Okay.
And I always wanted to get to a bigger city. I was kind of one of the first in our family, founding daughters, in this case, to fly the nest a little bit.
Yeah, you were a trailblazer, a pioneer, leaving the state of Wisconsin.
I really paved the way.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
You made it about an hour outside of the state.
Yep, sure did. Someday I'll be in the history books.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Anyways, so I moved to Chicago, and then I did something that kids should not try at home, and that is
Drugs.
work.
Oh.
No,
But also, don't do drugs, kids.
do not do drugs. Dare to stay off drugs.
Yeah.
They
Man.
still have the DARE program?
I don't know. We're really like going old school with all
Yeah,
the 90s
wow.
stuff now.
Okay. So anyways, I moved to Chicago, and I decided to just work for a while because I was young and I knew everything. You know,
Yeah.
I knew everything.
Right.
And so my $12 an hour admin job at my little company was just gonna get me by, right? I was living the good life, or so I thought. No, but a couple years into that, I was like, okay, this really isn't working so well. I'm hardly scraping by, and I really should get my butt back in school. And I also started to think, you know what? If I ever have kids, I want to be able to tell them they need to go to school, and I'll feel like a hypocrite if I didn't go. So
Yeah.
went back to school, was working full-time for a commercial real estate company, went back to school online, nights, that kind of thing, right? Went to Roosevelt University, downtown Chicago. Shout out to Roosevelt.
Roosevelt University. That's the school song. I've laughed about that for about 15 years now.
That is literally the school song. Nick was there at my graduation, and there was someone singing it, and they basically sounded just like that.
Oh yeah, I haven't changed that in years. That's exactly how it was.
It's pretty much an exact rendition. So, yeah, that was a treat that day. But anyway, so then I graduated, got a business degree because I was in real estate already at that point, and I thought, you know what? I think I really do like this real estate thing. My goal was to get more into the residential side. I wanted to, again, help people. That was always sort of what I wanted to do without having to go to school for 5 million years, right?
Yeah.
So I graduated with my business degree, had a graduation party. I was like 28, I think, or 29. And my cake for my graduation party, I wanted this because I thought it was funny. We had a fondant grandma. Do you remember that? Put on the top of the cake.
I honestly don't quite remember that.
She was sitting in a rocking chair, and then I had them put "finally" on the cake
Yeah.
because I had finally graduated. It took me a little bit, but anyway, so that's what I did, and I met my husband Bill there in Chicago. He's from that area, and then once we had our son Jay, I kind of call it like my freak out moment. In more professional terms, maybe we'll call it like my pivotal moment, where I was planning to go. We had daycare picked out there. I was planning to go back to work after my 3-month maternity leave, go back to my commercial real estate job, and then all of a sudden I was just like, nope, I want to go home.
You know, there's a term for that when you have the epiphany that you need to move back to Wisconsin.
What's that?
It's called a come to cheeses moment.
Come to Jesus. Oh my gosh,
I'm really proud of myself for that one.
Stay tuned, folks. The laughs just keep on coming. We're going to take this on tour. So then I came back here. And, before we moved back, Bill said, you know what, Kelly, you're a little irrational right now. You just had a baby. Maybe we should at least have me find a job, before we move back. So he's in IT. He got a great job, and they relocated us back here. So the plan was I was just going to work No, I was just going to stay home. Sorry, for a while. I was just going to stay home and be, being a mom is the toughest job out there. Shout out to all of the moms, and especially the ones that stay at home with their kids all day, every day, because it is a lot.
And shout out to our mom.
And
Hi,
shout
Mom.
out to our mom. We pretty much give her a shout out every week. You know?
But she listens every week.
That's true.
And we love her.
Thanks, Mom. So anyways, probably about 2 months into that whole I'm going to stay at home plan, I was getting a little antsy because I was used to working a lot. So there was somebody in this office that's no longer in this office that needed some extra help. And just, doing showings a little bit here and there, filling out some paperwork, doing some things, basically a part-time assistant, real estate job. And I thought, well, for right now, that's perfect, right? So I did that for, I don't know, probably close to a year. And then at that point, he encouraged me, and Brandon Landro encouraged me. They both were like, why don't you just do this on your own? And so then that's where it all began.
Wow.
I know.
Man, I love ancient history.
Oh, he'll be at the Comedy Club in Appleton this Friday.
Oh, the Skyline.
Bring your tomatoes.
Oh, gosh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that puts us at the point where, so you are...
You just did the Wisconsin thing. Yeah. Yeah.
I know, and I actually, I caught myself on that, and I was just going to keep rolling.
No, but yeah.
I just can't recover from it. Mm-hmm. It's kind of one of those things where you just you're stumbling, and you're like, I might as well just keep rolling at this point. I'm going to get hurt if I stop.
Exactly.
Yeah, I criticized a person for doing that a couple days ago, so it's coming back to bite me in the butt.
For sure. On this national platform that we have.
Perhaps even international if a person wants to watch this from Canada. Oh, Canada. Sorry. I love their national anthem.
God.
It's beautiful. Anyways,
Okay.
getting it back in place.
Let's talk more about me.
Yeah, let's talk more about you, Kelly Davies. So you're at the point now where you are on your own. It's a big, scary world of real estate.
On my own.
There's, all these real estate titans that are just selling houses left and right, and then you just get thrown into the middle of it. There
are some excellent, very long-term agents in this area that I highly respect. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I started out on my own, no budget, no nothing. Usually when you go into business, you should probably have a little bit of a budget, right?
Like an outline.
A plan of sorts, if you will. I didn't. I'll never forget my very, very first showing. I showed on my own, as my own agent, I showed a foreclosure, because there was actually a lot of them at that point. This is like 2014, okay? Yeah. So I showed this foreclosure, and I was not thinking, because why would I? And I showed up at the house, and the driveway was super, super long, and there was about, a foot of snow in the driveway. Right. And I was wearing like these little flats. Mm-hmm. No boots, nothing. It was really cool. But I wasn't going to let that sale go. I trudged right on through. My feet were literally frozen. And then...
You're just out here like Elsa, just walking to your showing.
It was really great.
Oh, God.
So great. I learned right after that, probably let's put some things in the trunk, some boots, perhaps a little shovel, things like that, right? Because nobody really... And I shouldn't say that. Sometimes they take really good care of the driveways and things like that with foreclosures. Other times they don't. And in this case, they didn't.
They did not.
So it was a great first showing. I'm literally in the house, like snow is like just melting off my feet. It was really cool. And then Mr. Buyer brought his father, which is great. We love the parents. But yeah. In this case, his dad had a lot of questions, and they were really, really good questions. And usually I pride myself on being very good with I can come up with quick responses. I'll always have an answer, right?
Yeah.
In interviews and things like that, I've never had a problem. Well, the questions that he was asking, again, were great questions, but I had no clue, no idea what the answers would be. And so I mostly said, that's a great question. I'm going to write that down and ask my broker, and I'll get right back to you. I think they were less than impressed, by the way. I think they were less than impressed.
Yeah. That's a tough one when you're a new agent, the let me ask my broker and get back to you. Because I feel like you really got to limit yourself to saying that like once per interaction.
Right.
If you're saying that more than
I said
once,
it a
it's
lot
like,
that time.
oh, this person
Yeah.
really doesn't know, huh?
No, I really had no
Probably
clue.
should have just looked at Zillow, I guess.
It's at that point it was just as great, just as filled with knowledge as I was. Yes, but you got to start somewhere.
That was exactly how I started out too. It was a lot of let me ask Kelly. I'm gonna make sure that I know what a furnace is first, I guess. Because you're asking me all these weird questions, and I'm scared. Yeah,
I know.
that happens.
I totally understand. So from there, I just did a lot of free advertising on Facebook. I don't think Instagram was even a thing yet. I don't think it was. If it was just coming around. So at that point, to be honest with you, a lot of realtors were not advertising on Facebook in our area the way that they are today.
Yeah.
So I actually got a lot of really good potential buyers off of that. And so I just started showing houses constantly, all the time, all hours of the day and night and all the things. And then I kind of consider myself lucky in the sense that probably like 4 of my closer friends in this area were all selling their first house, because we were, all in our early 30s now. They're selling their first house and buying their second house, and it all kind of happened in that first year. So I was able to get my signs out there on some listings, and that's where I was able to kind of start building the book of business on the side of listings.
Right. You need some sort of little kickstart, little snowball effect there to
Correct.
keep you going.
Very hard to go into a seller's home and say, you know what, I am so qualified to list your home. And they're like, cool, what other homes have you listed?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. And I can totally agree, because I took the reins on a listing for the first time like 2 years ago. And I was doing the listing paperwork with the guy. I was like, I've filled this out, 100 times for listings that I've helped with. But like the first time doing it myself, I was like, dang, this is scary. It shouldn't have been.
well, it can be though.
Yeah.
I mean, typically you're going up, unless it's somebody that friends or family, because like my friends and family all know that they're using me. Duh. There is no question about that.
Otherwise, you are no longer a friend. You are
Otherwise,
no longer family.
You are dead to me. But a lot of times when you're just going up for a general listing, there's other really qualified great agents that are going up against you.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I literally equate this job a lot of times with how many listings I do nowadays, and how many opportunities I get to do listings, as just like a constant job interview. It's really great.
It is. Yeah. It's like a daily job interview for you.
It's great
Sometimes twice a day.
Great when you win. It's not as great when you don't win, and mostly because it's the perfect job for me. I always tell Brandon this, because I am somebody that really takes everything to heart.
Yes.
So the minute somebody says no to me, I'm just going in my downward spiral for a couple hours of, what did I do wrong? Why didn't they like me? Was I not dressed correctly? Was my hair wrong? And a lot of times it's nothing to do with any of that.
Yeah.
But it is something that, it's been a battle for me. I've always had to really work hard to overcome that.
Yeah. Yeah, that can always be tough. Just, I don't know, because there's a certain amount of people pleasing that you need to do, but it's like at the same time, it just kind of feels icky.
Correct. And I am unborn people pleaser.
Oh yeah.
So this is, it can be tough for me.
Yeah.
But I consider myself at this point, very knowledgeable about real estate, and I think I'm really good at it. So I think I bring, a lot to the table. It's just building that confidence over the years. It took me quite some time.
Right. Okay, so we've spoken about Kelly Davies. Now, where does the Homes Team part come into play here?
Sure. So probably I want to say maybe 2016. That sounds about right to me. Because now Tori, the queen, the one that does all of our little voiceovers, she was born, right?
That's sus.
Yeah.
Oh, Tori, my little sunshine. So she was born, and so now we have 2 young children. And Bill finally looked at me one day and said, Kelly, you're working a ton of hours, and we have 2 little kids, and I think maybe it's time for you to get some help around the house, and also, maybe hire an assistant or something.
Right.
Teams were sort of starting to become a thing. There was definitely a few very good teams in the area already, but they weren't nearly what they are today, as popular as they are today. So I just started with a part-time assistant, working in my basement, just like Brandon was saying last week, working in my basement because I wanted to still be kind of working from home at that point.
Yeah.
And then, again, it just sort of took off, right? I had a little bit more help, so because of just who I am, instead of being like, all right, well, now this is a nicer balance, I was like, well, now I have some help, so let's go even harder.
Right.
Because, that's what I do. It's 0 or 100. So in any case, right around that time, too, Brandon and Jenny were purchasing this building that he spoke about last week. And when they were finished with the building, he said, Kelly, don't you think you kind of want an office here? Like, you've been working from home with your assistant. He goes, I have a feeling you're going to want to grow and you might want to start a team. It might be a good idea for you to start having an office here. And I said, okay. So got an office here. Assistant came here. Part-time assistant turned into full-time assistant pretty quickly. And then Brandon encouraged me to maybe start hiring a couple of agents to work under me.
Okay.
It was right around that time that he was, excuse me,
Yeah.
doing that coaching that he spoke about last week, right? Where he started learning a lot about teams, and he was like, you might want to consider that. So I did, and I was just dipped my toes in the water. I was very cautious. I've always been very cautious about how many agents I have on my team because I always say this, I want to feed them appropriately.
Yeah.
Meaning I want to have enough business, enough leads for everybody on the team every month.
Right.
So I just had a couple for a while, and that worked out really, really well. But then he kept encouraging me to grow, and he said, really, you're not going to get to the next level until you start, bite the bullet, hire some more agents, right?
Yeah.
So as of today, we now have, I think, 8 agents. I think we have 8 agents.
Oh.
And then I have you, full-time team manager.
Yes.
Kelly with an I is a part-time team manager, and Sage is a part-time team manager. So we've got our team managers and myself here in the office working every day. The agents come and go, but we also have a great group of agents, and most of them now have been with us for several years, which is awesome. I mean, Fiona's been around for a really long time. Alyssa, Justine.
Yeah, I think Fiona's at like 5 years now.
Yes.
Justine is also there. Mm-hmm. She might be at 6, maybe.
Yeah, Justine's just a dinosaur at this point. Love you, Justine. Alyssa's been here for a couple of years. Aspen's been with us for a few years.
Yeah.
And Lisa has been with us for a couple of years. So
Yeah.
it's great. I love it.
Yeah.
Who else do we have? I mean, Becky's newer, but she's amazing.
Yeah. So I started working for you doing like unlicensed assistant stuff in December of 2017.
Mm-hmm. You're a dinosaur, too.
Yeah. So I was here until like the very end of 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And then came back 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I've got like 5 years as well.
Yeah. You've been around for a while.
Yeah. Man.
I
Crazy.
know. Is there anyone else on our team that I'm like temporarily forgetting? I feel like I'm at the Oscars right now and I'm trying to thank everybody, on the spot.
I want to say thanks to Tom, Tim, Tina.
Let's see.
Tony.
Hold on. Fiona, Justine, Alyssa, Aspen, Lisa.
Well, those are the older folks. Now we've got Cassie and
Cassie,
Becky.
yes. Oh my gosh, we love you, Cassie.
They're both still under a year, those two.
Yes, but yeah, Cassie's been selling real estate
For a little bit.
for a while. Yes, she came to us from another place, and we love her. So glad to have her. And we love Becky as well. Becky's just so great with customer service. All of our agents are amazing.
Now I'm really hoping that that's everybody, because if we forgot one person, that person's going to be like, you hate me, Kelly.
That would be so bad. No, honestly, all of our agents are very, very well qualified. Great customer service. I'm very particular about, again, not having the team get too big and also having the right people here. I'm not going to just hire anybody. I really, this about me, very, very strong on my customer service, my follow-up, my communication, all of those things. And I only hire people that have those same values and work the same way.
Yeah, and it's very much so about the customer service aspect.
It is.
Because I was arguing this with somebody recently that real estate actually is just a higher level of the service industry. Mm-hmm. Because, we don't sell a product, we sell a service.
Absolutely.
And we have people sometimes treat us like that too. But anyways.
No, everyone's wonderful.
Yeah, the people that we work with are the best and amazing. So if you're an amazing person,
we love
reach
you
out
all.
to us.
We love you all. No, we have some amazing people that we've worked with over the years. People that, I am friends with now. I think that's another really cool opportunity, is that being a realtor, I've gotten so much more involved in the community than I ever probably would have, because I'm not, as much as I come across as very, extroverted in these situations, and it's not an act. I am, I can be an extrovert, but I can also be a giant introvert. And, getting me off of my couch to go out into the public sometimes isn't always my best thing. So, or my easiest thing, so it's great that I'm a realtor and I kind of need to put myself out there, because it's helped me, again, to learn more about the community, but also to, just gain friendships. And it's funny because now sometimes I'll go places, like we were at a pumpkin patch back in October, and Bill's like, oh my gosh, Kelly, because there was at least 3 different families there that I'm like, oh yeah, I worked with them. Hi guys. So it's really, really cool. It's really great.
Yeah, it's always cool. Like we definitely pretty much always have clients that that are super cool, and it's when they get an accepted offer on a house, we're fighting to see who gets to call them and give them the good news.
Yes, because the 4 of us here in the office work very closely together. So when we have a buyer, all of us are working with that buyer. Same if we have a seller, right? And so it's super fun. We are all messaging we have a message group, and we're all messaging each other like, oh my gosh, we just got this accepted for so-and-so, and we're so happy. And then it's who gets to call? Who gets to do the fun part?
Yeah. And it's oh man, they've been looking for 9 months, and we got them a house.
Yeah, but it's honestly the feeling of helping somebody achieve their goals in terms of home ownership, whether it's an investment property, just a first home to build some equity and then move on from there, or it's their dream home. It's just, honestly, it's very, very fulfilling and rewarding.
Yeah.
I love it.
Always a good.
And now I kind of sound like I'm running for office, but really, truly, I believe all of that.
Yeah, and we're selling a lot of houses right now too.
We are selling a lot of houses.
Not just the buying aspect too, but also just helping people, cash out too. Sometimes.
Honestly, the market is very healthy. Don't believe everything that you see or read on the internet. The market is very healthy. Yes. There's not a ton of inventory, but we have not had a problem finding anybody a house. So if you're listening to this and you're like, I'm kind of on the fence about doing it, I think it's a perfect time to jump in. Interest rates are fair, I would say, at this point.
They're steady.
They're not necessarily going to just all of a sudden one day take this giant drop. And housing prices have kind of stabilized a little bit. And I just think it's a really good time.
Yeah, definitely. And so, I mean, we've got a bunch of listings just this week. So we had, Glendale Ave, 1820 Glendale Ave in Appleton.
Very nice 2-story home.
Yeah. Very recently updated. And then, let's see. Who else do we got? We got 2255 East Shady Lane, Nina. That's for our photographer, Dave.
Shout out to Dave. We love you, Dave.
Let's see.
He told me that the pictures for his house were on the house.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
They were on the house. They were in the house. All over the house.
Yes.
But
But his house is
great work.
His house is amazing.
He also
does amazing work, but his house is also amazing.
He included a website and a 3D tour as well.
That is super cool. Thanks, Dave. Real deal.
No, they're really cool. I like
that is. Yes.
his walkthroughs. They're really neat. What else we got going on? We got 718 North Harriman Street.
Yes, that one's going to be live tomorrow.
Yeah, that's in Appleton. And then,
and that's a really cute home too.
from the listener's perspective, that'll be live yesterday.
Oh, right. Because we are not recording this ahead of time.
Not Wednesday.
No.
Most of our listeners that have children are probably on spring break right now.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yes.
With their spring break starting on Friday.
My kiddos don't have it. They go to Kimberly.
Yeah.
And they don't have it until the week after Easter.
Oh, wow.
But I know there are a lot that are coming up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I think Nina and Menasha are both this next week. Yeah. So
You would think maybe, just a thought, the school districts could get together and say, hey, maybe we should all just do a spring break on this week, right?
I do wonder, though, if maybe they also get together and decide not to do it that way so that, Appleton Airport's not just overrun with people.
That's a good point.
And it's not like everybody trying to leave town all at once.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Yeah. Then all the bars are just deserted for a week.
Because the parents are with their families.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't let the College Ave bar sit, Well, anything else you wanted to ask me? Anything else you want to know?
I feel like I know most of the important stuff about you. Your credit card number, your shoe size, date of birth.
Oh my gosh.
Is there anything else really about yourself that you want to talk about? I mean, you've got a family. I don't know if we've talked about that much. We did. You've got Jay, who is now 11.
Yep.
Tori
is 8. And
you got William, the husband, Bill,
the husband. That's the fam. I have 3 dogs.
Okay.
We're crazy, so we have 3 dogs. Ladybug, the pug. Yes. Honey, the golden doodle. And Tootsie Roll is her full name.
Yeah.
Tootsie is what we call her. And she's a little mini Australian Shepherd.
Yeah.
Aussie Doodle.
Yeah.
So it's Australian Shepherd and Poodle. I was talking to somebody the other day. Yeah, she's really tiny and she's all fur, but she's got the biggest personality of any of the 3 dogs. It's funny, but no, I was talking to somebody the other day and I was telling them about my dogs and I said, yeah, and then we have an Aussie Doodle. She's an Aussie and a Doodle. Oh, Kelly.
So you sketched her on a notebook.
Poodle, doodle, what's the difference? No, but I guess the final thing that I'll say isn't so much facts about me, but what I want to do and why I really appreciate having this platform, and I've had this idea for a long time, is, I want this podcast to vary It's never going to be the same thing every single week because I want to bring in a lot of different guests. So if you're out there listening and you have a small business in the area, we started this whole thing in the know in the 920 a few years ago, going out, weeks. You can look at our YouTube channel, Kelly Davies Homes Team, Landro Realty.
Highlighting entrepreneurship. And
highlighting a ton of small businesses.
Yeah.
So now we've just decided to kind of bring it in-house. And so I want to interview a lot of small businesses. I love learning about, and they don't have to be real estate. I'm talking any kind of businesses.
They don't even have to be real.
They don't even have to be real.
Tell us about your fake business.
But no, I love hearing about where people started, how they got started, their struggles, because let me tell you,
Everybody's got 'em.
there's always struggles, and then where they are today, and how they got there, right? Because I think the more that we talk about all of that, and the more that we're honest about all of that, the more other people that aspire to be, owning a business, entrepreneurship, can understand what it's really going to take. I had no idea when I got thrown into, and it was probably for the best for me. But no, I want to really highlight businesses, and I want to learn from other business owners throughout the community. I want to continue to talk about, different events that are happening weekly, and I don't know. I just want to do a whole bunch of different things. I'm a huge believer in mental health. We support a couple of mental health organizations. I don't know if we've ever talked about this, but a portion of all of our sales at the end of the year go back to a couple local charities. We really believe in that.
Yeah, I think we were hoping to have some people from those charities on.
Yes, I want to have some charitable organizations come in and talk and really be able to highlight what they do.
Yeah.
So just a lot of community focus is my goal.
Yeah, we love our community.
Yes,
I
really do.
To live.
It really is. Honestly, it's a great place to live. It's a great place to raise a family. I'm glad I came back when I did. Yep.
Yeah. Good old Appleton, Wisconsin, the
good old
drunkest
Appleton
city in America.
Good old Appleton.
Which is just why it's such a happy place to be.
It really is. Maybe not always peaceful, but happy. No. All right. Well, thank you for talking about me.
Yeah, it was so great to talk about you.
I believe it. I'm sure you're thrilled. All right. So speaking of Appleton, the Fox Cities, and being in the know in the 920.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some weekend events.
Okay.
Cool?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Listen to this one. It's literally called OMG, which in this case stands for Oh My Goat.
Nuh-uh.
Sure does. Oh My Goat. Create and consume.
Okay.
Now, the good news is...
What's being consumed?
I don't think the goat.
Okay.
I think maybe like drinks.
Woo.
Yeah, I think drinks is what I'm thinking. So this is at Rooster Dreams Visual Arts, which is a super cute studio, 124 West Wisconsin Ave, Neenah. This is happening Friday evening from 6 to 9:30. It's about it says 3.5 hours. So everybody's going to get, it's $35 to register and get your canvas.
Yes.
You get 16 by 20 canvas.
Okay.
And then I think it says you get to make your background any color, but then I think everybody's going to be painting super cute goats.
That's
what I'm getting from this.
I've got my date night planned out for this week.
Right?
That's my girlfriend's favorite animal. Is
it really?
Goat. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you should totally take her.
She loves goats.
Yes. Amelia, Friday night, you're going.
And the funny thing is, she's not going to hear this before then, so it's going to seem like an original idea that I came up with.
That is so amazing. You're so clever and creative.
Such a great
wow.
girlfriend.
So the teacher is Christine, and it says to register, you email, and you're going to want to listen to this, Nick, since you're going to go back to your desk and register.
Yeah.
info@roosterdreams.com.
I don't have a pen.
I have it written down. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
And we work together. So that sounds really, really cool. It's kind of, I think the idea behind it is like one of those paint and sip type of things. Yeah. I just really enjoyed the title, Oh My Goat, Create and Consume. Because I'm like, wait, I said the same thing. I'm like, what are we consuming,
Huh.
So that was fun. Okay, this Saturday, 10 a.m.
Yep.
You're going to want to go to this one too. The Green
I got a busy
Bay
weekend.
Fairy Tale Ball Pretty Princess Party.
Okay.
Okay, this is at the Hyatt Regency in Green Bay. It says tickets are $22 to $35. You can get them on Eventbrite, so eventbrite.com. And it just says experience the joy, laughter, and happily ever after with your favorite fairy tale friends.
Oh.
The event is featuring 10 performances and activities to delight you and your little ones. In this case, you will have to find a little one.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to like kidnap a kid to take to the. Okay.
Oh my gosh. It does say guests will enjoy stories, songs, dances, crafts, games, and more throughout the event. And there is 3 different time slots.
Okay.
So for those of you that like to roll out of bed late, you can go later. There's one at 10 a.m., noon, and 2:30. And it says little ones are encouraged to dress up as their favorite princesses.
Yeah. Exciting.
Okay.
I'm glad that you brought that to my attention.
Absolutely, absolutely. But you know what? There's a lot of people out there that will love that.
Well, that's the thing.
My daughter, a couple of years ago, she would have been all about that.
Yeah.
All about that. So I'm sure there'll be a great turnout. Okay, Saturday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., Van Zeeland Nursery, which is 2600
sure.
North Casa Loma Drive in Appleton.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice place.
It says it's their 2nd annual extravaganza. Egg extravaganza.
Egg extravaganza.
Emphasis on the egg.
Okay. Are they growing eggplant?
No, this is what's happening. 9 to 1. It says you can arrive anytime during the event. It will be running for a full 4 hours. Feature
Wow.
indoor egg hunt adventure, running multiple times throughout the event. Create your own graham cracker house for a marshmallow peep station. I don't know
Wow.
if you don't eat the whole thing before it's done, right?
That?
Professional photos with the Easter Bunny, pot a plant, rock painting station, face painting, build your own ice cream sundae bar, coloring station, prize table, and more.
Dang.
Each child will receive a ticket to redeem for each station. That is so cool. That is so cool.
That's very cool.
It does not tell me on here what sort of cost, if any, is involved in this. But I'm sure there is something. But check it out. I think if you go to the Van Zeeland Nursery and Landscape website, you'll be able to get more information. Sounds really cool.
Yeah, they're right over by the Timber Rattlers Stadium.
Yes.
Cool place. Cool.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, Saturday evening, 7:30 p.m., back to the 80s party at Waverly Beach. That's what I should be going to. That was my decade.
Yeah, everybody just dressed like Stranger Things.
Yes, exactly. So this is at Waverly Beach. It says, dust off your leg warmers and tease up your hair while you're transported back in time at our annual Back to the 80s party. Bad Medicine. You know that band? You know the song?
I know the song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. One of Milwaukee's premier 80s party bands will bring us the best of Bon Jovi and other popular 80s heavyweights. Ooh, and then, get this, there's more. Followed by Totally Neon, an MTV 80s pop rock tribute band.
Oh my. MTV in the 80s, that's when there was actually like videos that played music.
Yeah.
On television.
And honestly, I watched a ton of them. And VH1. I don't understand why it was cool. Someone please comment on our YouTube page and tell me that you also did this. Why it was cool to sit and watch like these music videos with a bunch of people just randomly like dancing and having a dance party.
Nothing else to do.
It was very strange.
You didn't have the internet, so.
Good point. My childhood was very different. We'll get into that another day. Saturday at 9 p.m., Avenue 55.
Okay.
Avenue 55 Band at 10th Frame.
Ooh, I love the 10th frame.
I know, you love the 10th Frame. It's fun. It's a great place.
Yeah.
So it says this killer new event room at the 10th Frame. They have a new event room. At the 10th Frame is the perfect spot for Avenue 55 to put on a rock show.
Okay.
Cool,
Might have to
huh?
check that out.
Yeah. And then, this sounds really cute too. Oh, and you know what? I believe you guys are watching our dogs this weekend.
We are.
You can take one of them to this event if you want.
Ooh.
Puzzles, pups, and pints. Just don't have too many pints with my dogs. This is Sunday at 1 o'clock at Dairyland Brew Pub.
Ooh.
Yeah. So $20 per team. Oh, I guess you got to get a team. Well, it says 4-person max. So you guys could just be a team of 2. The
Okay.
first team to finish, ooh, listen to this. The 500-piece puzzle are the winners. Puzzles, pumps, pubble. Let's try that again.
That is-
Say it really fast. Puzzles, pups,
There's
and
some
pints.
pebbles and some pugs and
Each team member on the winning team gets a pint of beer of their choice and a $50 gift card to Dairyland Brew Pub.
yeah.
And the event starts, like I said, right at 1 o'clock. Oh, and then this is cool, too. $1 of every pint of beer sold during the event is getting donated to Saving Paws Animal Rescue. They will also be accepting pet food and supplies as donations.
That's cool.
Yeah, very cool. So
Huh.
Dairyland Brew Pub, Sunday, 1 o'clock. Last thing for today.
Yeah.
Spring Equinox Brunch at Z Wine Bar. I can't tell you, number one, how long I said XE Wine Bar. I had no clue. But here on the In the Know, we're here to inform you. It's Z Wine Bar.
I've always called it xenon, like the element. Because that's
Okay, that's above my pay grade. Anyway, I now know that it's Z Wine Bar. Sunday, 11 a.m. It says, join us for a magical celebration of the spring equinox. It says, let's gather together for a delightful spring equinox brunch filled with enchantment, delectable delights, and captivating experiences. So, get this, Wandering Table Food Truck, which is an amazing food truck. They have like a bus, and they have it all decked out, and it's really cool, and their food is amazing. They're going to be there. Grace River Creator Tarot Card Reader is going to be there.
oh wow.
So you can get your,
You're like fortune and
your
it's not
future
good
told
fortune.
to.
Yeah.
What is a tarot card reading again? Yeah, I think it tells you like about
It tells you like where you're at.
where you're at,
Yeah.
where you're going to go. You hope you don't get like the Grim Reaper card, right?
I don't know. It's always confusing to me because the stuff that I feel like is supposed to be good, it'll be like, oh, this is the little boy on a bicycle card, and it's like, oh, that seems happy,
That seems wonderful.
and it's like, no, you're gonna get run over like a little boy on a bicycle, and it's like that was.
You walk
so
away
crazy.
feeling so good,
Yeah.
so enlightened.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I think it'll be wonderful.
Yeah.
Listen to this. I don't know if you've heard of this because you're a boy, but Weld and Arrow Permanent Jewelry will be there. Have you heard of permanent jewelry?
I feel like most jewelry is permanent because they say that diamonds are forever.
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
Well, this is the actual like permanent, like they're cute little bracelets. I think there's necklaces, things like that literally are permanent.
Like
They stay on.
They like weld it onto you.
Correct. Hence the
Oh.
weld.
Huh.
Yeah, you got to commit. It's like a tattoo.
I honestly don't know if you're screwing with me right now.
I'm not. Justine on our team, actually, you can ask her. Justine, one of our agents. Hi, Justine. Again, we love you. Just came into my office the other day with a little tiny permanent bracelet. It's super cute.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a real deal thing.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Sure.
There'll be a DJ there, DJ Alex. I've heard him before. He's really, really fun. And spring cocktails and mimosa bar. I think that sounds like so much fun.
See, you got me at bar.
Okay, so Z Wine Bar this Sunday at 11 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
and we'll talk more about permanent jewelry in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, that's all I've got for today. Do you have anything else?
I think we should give a quick announcement that we've got our spring event coming up in
Absolutely.
2 weeks.
The first Saturday in April.
Yeah, the 6th of April.
April 6th, yes. Beginning at 10 a.m.
Patriot Park in Appleton.
Yep, Patriot Park, our spring fling.
Fling,
Everybody is
10 a.m.
welcome.
Everybody's welcome. No cost to attend, though we do ask that if you are planning to be there, we would like to kind of get a head count ahead of time if we can. Please RSVP to team@kellydavieshomes.com.
Yes, please, just let us know how many people are coming, just so we have a better head count in preparation. But yeah, we're doing Easter egg hunts there.
Yeah.
I think we're doing
Like flower pot decorating?
Kids get to decorate little flower pots. They're super cute and take those home with them.
Little bouncy house?
A bouncy house, and I'm pretty sure I heard that the Easter Bunny's going to make an appearance.
I wrote him a letter.
Yep.
So he was going to try to hop by and see what's up.
Cool.
So, yeah.
I love it. Hop by. I love
Yeah.
it. Cool. All right. Well, thanks for sharing that.
Yeah. That is all for me.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Oh, you too, Kelly.
Thanks. Talk
You
soon.
too.
We'll see you next week.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. To contact the Kelly Davies Homes Team for all of your buying and selling needs, call 920-791-9047. Find us on Facebook at the Kelly Davies Homes Team or go to kellydavieshomes.com.
Sorry, I just really wanted to hit that button. Bye, guys.
Oh my gosh. That's funny.